Yo, 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 yo. What's up, guys?
My
Can you hear
old
me?
trick against me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Discord voice chat. What's going on, everybody?
Howdy.
Spook.
Chilling.
We just
Yo,
finished a.
what's up, YouTube? It's your favorite channel, Spooky Gang TV. I'm Spooky. This is the gang. Episode number 13 of Spooky Sunday, guys. I can't believe it's been 13 weeks in a row. Absolutely incredible. Super incredibly hyped to have everybody here, everybody part of the community event that we set aside for this little weekly service that some call church. Spreading a little positivity, a little bit of love in the scene. What's going on, Baredex? How are you today, my friend?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing so good, bro. Every day I wake up on a Spooky Sunday, bro, I get a little butterflies in my basket. I feel a little nervous, you know? I'm like, you know, I gotta get up there and I gotta do something crazy today with my life, you know? So I appreciate you taking time out of your day, out of your week to be here, to be our special guest today, man. I'm incredibly excited to share your work with my community, people that probably have not heard of you before.
Yeah, honestly,
What's really dope is
bro yet.
we're going to go through and we're going to ask the chat if anybody has heard of Baredex in a little bit. We're going to ask the voice chat and we're going to do a little poll just to see, because I like to do that with new guests, because either way it's super dope. You know, you're either getting put on to somebody new or you're like, hey, that's the homie. And either way it's a win, you know?
Indeed.
What's going on, Zaddy, Caleb, Roshi, Sagnito, Tony, everybody in the chat, Trash Boy? What's up, everyone?
That boy Devin
We're starting off the stream with community music because last week I was sick with the flu and we had Sorrowbringer tuned in, episode number 12 from Ukraine. Crazy episode. If you guys missed it, definitely go back and check it out. Chad, do I sound good and everything? Is everything looking good on chat's end?
Hey.
By the way, if you guys are
Even if they saw it, they should go back and watch it anyway to give the fucking playtime.
Watch it one more time, right, J2? Go back and watch it again.
Yep. Smoke.
You didn't catch up.
If you're in a legal state, roll you something, smoke you some, and just watch the fucking video and enjoy it.
By the way, we're listening to a J2 song right here called "Whatever You Want" on the SoundCloud playlist this week. J2, I appreciate you, man. You always make time to be here to help support the gang and to be part of this vision that I have about bringing a lot of value to the community and building up a platform for people to come and hopefully, ideally one day that will change their lives to be here. You know, it's just gonna be a work in progress. It's gonna take a lot of time, a lot of consistency, but you know, I'm a big believer, man. I've never felt more sure of something than I do with what we've been doing lately in this community. So I just gotta thank you guys, everybody in the voice chat, everybody in the YouTube chat.
You know that.
We need it, dude. Need it bad. Part of Spooky Sunday is playing community music, so that's what we're doing right now. If you want to have your music ever heard, Baredex, if you're ever like dropping anything new, you can always post it in the Spooky Sunday text channel, and every single week we'll play like new music. Ideally, the idea of the Spooky Sunday community art is not like to play a song that you made a year ago, but it's kind of encourage you and to try to help motivate you to make a new song every single week, knowing that we're gonna play it for you, if that makes sense.
That's cool. That's a nice little feature you have in this.
So we're just trying to just spread our wings and do a little bit of everything. So we're letting people join the chat. You guys, if you guys also have like a friend that's into, great family friendly, wholesome vibes, content, anything that's, just send this to somebody that you love, man. Let's help them out a little bit. We could go around and ask everybody if their lives got better since Spooky Sunday started, but everybody's already going to say yes. I mean, this is just the way,
Yes, sir.
J2?
Yes, sir.
Moon, what's been up, man?
Definitely.
You're having a great day, bro?
Moon Man.
Pretty good. How are you? Stuff.
Good. ZDC just joined our server today. Welcome to Spooky Land, bro. I'm happy to have you in the voice chat today for episode number 13 with special guest Baredex.
Glad to be here.
We're listening to a Jordy song right now. Jordy's a great member of our community. We're just gonna play some music. We're letting people kind of, come in here and get the vibe, and also we're just kind of chilling and talking, and just checking in on each other. It's just that day, It's what's up, man?
Can you please put the music stream in the VC?
Yeah, thank you for reminding me.
I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, you guys have to remind me because I have to do like 11 other things for the stream, and that's the one thing that I always forget.
Yeah, I haven't been listening to anything. I've just been playing.
I'm gonna play it for you. I'm sorry, guys. So now you guys can pull up my screen and you can listen to what we're doing on the stream. Sorry about that, boys. Crispy. Doughboy's here. Love to see it, bro. Trash Boy, how's your week going, my friend? Feel free to join the voice chat if you'd like to. Devin, I gotta especially thank you for showing up today. What's going on, man? How's your week?
Chilling, man. It's been a long week. I'm high, so I have no complaints.
Nice. What state do you live in again?
New York.
So it's legal there.
Yes, sir.
Today's special guest is yeah, it is. Today's special guest is from Texas, Houston, Texas, which is really cool to me because I feel like I personally have like a really big support system in Texas to the point where I would almost consider moving there. Except weed is not legal, but everything else would be so sick, bro. Like, I
think weed in Houston is not hard at all. Weed in Houston is easy peasy. There's weed everywhere.
Yeah, but it's so scary, bro. It's so scary though because they
I've
take it
been
so
down south like
seriously.
that basically everywhere.
Well, it's decriminalized. Like, if you get caught with less than an ounce in Houston, I think it's just a ticket. So.
Oh, it's no
It's
big
not
deal
like
anymore.
Yeah. And also, there's Austin too. Kind of fine. You know, kind of like a bad
I'm
Wait, is
not
it
sure
legal
what's
where
up,
you
man,
live?
but your mic is kind of quiet or
Yeah,
something, or I'm not able to hear it over the music.
Yeah, it kind of cut out.
Everybody
a
else
little
is
bit.
sounding pretty
Yeah,
good.
kinda
Baredex,
muffled.
I hear you loud and clear.
Cool.
This is a song by Avoid called "Take It All Away." We're also, the other cool thing about Spooky Sunday Baredex is like I'm not reviewing anybody's music or anything. I'm just playing it.
Cool.
It's like
Yeah,
I move in a way where I move like Mr. Beast gang. Like there's no way you can hate on me. Like I'm gonna be too nice for you to hate on me.
Yeah, I can't think about anything bad Mr. Beast has done. He seems like a pretty genuine guy.
Yeah, I think it would
I
be
like
pretty
your
hard to hate
chocolate
on him.
bars.
You'd have to be especially a hateful person to hate on Mr. Beast, I feel like.
Dude, I saw a thread, it was like, oh, Mr. Beast is evil theory, and it was just absolutely
What?
insane.
Get out of that thread, bro. Get out of there.
It was something that just
Kinda
popped up
trashy
on my
reading.
Twitter.
Too much time on
I'm like,
Twitter.
really? They're like,
Get off Twitter.
dude, I'm obviously, it's insane, but like, no, I'm
No.
saying I agree with you guys. Like, I can't
Yeah,
believe
yeah,
people
yeah, we know.
would even try and make shit up on a thread like that. And it was
No
crazy.
doubt, man.
Still.
But what if he is a super? Like, what if he is only doing all this to accrue a large amount of money? Then he's gonna shoot a rocket into the moon or something.
Bro,
Elon's
you
already
always
doing that.
have-
He's gotta do something else.
What if he
I mean,
steals the moon?
I think that the moon would be pretty bad.
Even if he's evil, I think
Moon,
he
what if he
definitely
steals you, bro?
gonna end up doing a lot more good than
What's
bad. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, he's cool. Mr. Beast is cool.
Did you hear me, Moon?
No, I didn't hear you. What was that?
I said, what if he steals you?
Yeah, I
What
don't
if
know.
they steal the moon?
We'll have to see it. Wait
Damn,
and
bro.
see.
We can't let him take Moon. We need him, bro. We need Moon. So, yeah, you
What's
guys,
the
today is going to be
I'm
really fun
listening,
because...
Mr. Beast will not take moon, damn it.
No, Moon's off limits, dude. He's untradeable, dude. He's on our team. He's on our roster. Nobody's taking him. All right?
You.
I'm pretty excited though, you guys, because I've been following Baredex's. I've been following you, Baredex, for probably, I don't know, it's got to be 3 or 4 years at least. Like you and I have probably been mutuals, and one thing that I've been really impressed with is the fact that you're always dropping something. You know, it doesn't really matter if it's your best work you ever made or whatever. You're just putting out anything, you know. And not to say that any of it's bad or anything, but to me that's a big deal because, you know, having that artist that's prolific and that believes in themselves enough to keep dropping stuff, that's a really important part about what I look for in a Spooky Sunday guest is somebody that's really proficient, somebody that's out there working hard. Sorry guys, did I have that minimized? My bad. But yeah, dude, I'm just really hyped to have you because there's just so much to go over. I had you come put together a little YouTube playlist before the show.
There's all the songs and stuff in it. Yep.
Yeah, dude, there's like 80 songs you sent me in that playlist. So, well, I could probably have you pick a few that you specifically like the best, or maybe I'll have you pick the ones that you hate the most, or we'll figure out something interesting to do. But yeah, we probably won't be able to get through every single one of them. But that's a great problem to have because it leaves a little bit for the chat, for anybody that's kind of like you know, part of what we're doing. It gives them some exploring to do. What's up, J2?
Yeah, I have a lot of shit on YouTube for sure.
I said it'll have them question, like wondering what's in the rest of it.
What did you guys think of the opening for the stream today? With exactly. What did you think of the opening for the stream today? I switched it up for Baredex so that we're not doing the exact same thing every week. You know, I think it'd be kind of cool to do something like The Simpsons. You know, every beginning is a little different. Every intro to the stream is a little different. You know.
Yeah. That's funny. I started just picturing it, like on the couch with something different every time.
Yeah. What's up, Donnie? Thanks for joining the chat, bro. CJ's here. Arcadio's here. Trash Boy's showing Jordy some love in the chat. Man, I love to see that. Appreciate you guys, man. This is a really great... I'm just hyped because every Sunday I'm just like, you know, here's another one, you know? And to have everybody pull up like this is just super sick to me. There's nothing... I couldn't ask for anything more. Brutal's in the chat. Happy birthday, by the way, Brutal. Hope you had an amazing day, bro. Man, I'm really hyped because, like I said, after we get through some of this community music, we have plenty of stuff to talk about. Baredex, we have plenty of stuff to go to listen to. You know, I feel like how long have you been making music? Like, what was the first thing that you ever remember about, like, you know, anything music related?
First time making something was like probably like middle school band. Like I played clarinet, and I just like would just like fuck around and do little tunes and stuff like that. It was pretty bad at that time, though.
Did you ever continue playing the clarinet outside of band and anything like that, or did you kind of give it up?
I gave it up after like high school. I stopped playing clarinet. It's a fucking awesome instrument though. It's like a very jazzy type instrument.
I can't think of the name of it right off the top of my head, but there's this old 90s anime type weird movie about a clarinet. I'll send it to you when I can think about it. By the way, Bleach is in the chat. I've never seen Bleach in the chat for a Spooky Sunday, so I'm going to give it a little shout out. What's up, Bleach?
What's good, Bleach?
I assume he's here to support you, my friend, because Baredex Goat is what he wrote.
Nice, thank you. Bleach is awesome. Bleach makes freaking amazing beats and music.
Bleach is awesome. I would not be surprised if Bleach was on an episode of Spooky Sunday as well. So,
I thought he was. I feel like I saw maybe something you posted that he was, but I think I just associate you and Bleach already, anyways.
I wonder why. I never really did much with him, or I've never collaborated really with him or anything like that. But I think that we're all in like a certain circle, like especially that Twitter circle where we're, you know, everybody's kind of like a certain mutual in a way. Everybody's been watching each other grind. Everybody's been kind of watching each other do their thing over the years, you know?
Yeah, peeping, looking, lurking.
So a lot of the stuff that you post is kind of like a MIDI. It's kind of like, it looks like, you know, it's obvious that you wrote, you know, everything note for note, you know? Like, I feels like one reason why I wanted to have you here, what makes you stand out, because we've had a lot of different people on the show so far. I mean, like I said, we're on episode number 13, and that's 12 episodes of special guests, and a lot of them are, you know, people that you wouldn't normally ever hear from or hear about And I think that that's something that I'm really trying to achieve, is trying to find like little diamonds in the rough, you know, people that are working hard that deserve the attention, and just try to like build a platform for the community in a way where we can shine a little bit of light on like the work that you're doing. People can kind of associate with you, and it's at the point where, you know, they can message you and they're like, hey, if I really like what you're doing, I'd love to work someday or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we've had producers on, like last week we had Sorrowbringer from Ukraine. We've had a videographer, Fox Beach, who shot videos for Nothing Nowhere and Lil West. And we had T. Aubrey on, who shot videos for like Spaceman Zach and 50 other artists. And we had Haunter, a YouTuber, you know. And you know, I just want to try to bring people on that are working hard to help inspire the community to be like, yo, you know, like give you a little spirit lift too, Baredex, you know, like bring you on here like, hey man, we want to re-energize you, show you some love, and send you back out into the wilderness, you know,
into the wild. Yeah,
back into the wild where you belong, you wild Pokemon, you. And by the way, did Baredex, I kind of thought like, where did you get that name? Because I almost think Pokedex.
I think it's Pokemon related for sure, because like my favorite Pokemon when I was Baredex was my first Xbox gamer tag when I got like the Xbox 360. And like what year did it come out? Like 2006 or 7 or something, right? But yeah, that's my first gamer tag, and I think my favorite Pokemon was Teddy Ursa. You know, that little bear cub Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think I
play Pokemon
somehow
now.
Pokédex and Bear. There's no really good origin story behind it, but yeah, just Baredex.
No, that's interesting. I do like to ask because, you know, it's interesting to see where you grab your influences, and I feel like hearing you talk about like Pokemon and stuff like that and how it plays a part in your name, it definitely speaks to the fact that like the music and the compositions and the producing that you do, it's all kind of goes back to that in a way.
That fucking loopback is screaming at me. Stop. Check. Oh,
What's up,
sorry.
Brandon?
Hey, I didn't know I was unmuted. Hey, how's it going? Everything was really loud. I just wanted to come in and say hi.
Oh, hey. Well, welcome. We're just doing what we do. It's Spooky Sunday, episode number 13. Every Sunday at 7 p.m., bro. Continuing on the legacy.
Nice. It looks like I just saw how many people were in here. I was like, this looks like a blast.
Yeah, man. Welcome. You're welcome to join anytime, dude. It's just a little passion project that we started around Halloween, and we're trying to stay consistent with it. And yeah, we're just trying to keep going. Building a community, building a platform, putting some spotlights or, you know, some highlighting some underground artists, people behind the cameras, people behind the YouTube channels. Just trying to do something a little bit different than anything that's out there. Doing it in a live stream format on YouTube right now.
That's so
we are
cool.
live on YouTube as well.
No, sorry for just barging. I didn't realize that's what this was.
No, man, I love to have you. It's serendipitous. I appreciate it, dude. I mean, I've known you for how long?
2004 or something. We're both just
at least 20 years. It has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's cool to see what people are up to, you know. Especially if they're what I consider, you know, like a dream chaser or something. You know, somebody that's trying to do something.
I just was checking out the reel that's on your website, and that's really cool how you filmed it, and just the clothes is cool, and just all that stuff, and also just very impressive big community you got here too.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, we operate primarily on Twitter. I've been focusing my attention this year, especially. It's going to be very Twitter oriented, and then Twitter, Discord, and YouTube are the 3 platforms that I'm going to be really focusing on and pushing and growing on. I just started this server a year ago, and I mean, look at it, guys. Our server is popping every single day. People are in here communicating, collabing. I made a beat actually recently on voice chat, and we got a couple of different members are getting on it, you know, vocally. They're putting some music down on it and stuff like that. So it's cool to see like different collaborations come out of what we're doing here too.
So how do you, like I've kind of passively been growing like my own community, and like so when I see what you're doing, I was like, what the fuck? He found some like magic ticket to do it. Like, you just trial and error and always
Nah,
just
bro,
push at
it's
it.
so hard. It's like the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Fucking hard, yeah.
Dude, I get down on myself because, you know, I'll do something and I won't get like the appreciation that I feel it deserves, you know? Like, I put a lot of time and energy and effort into everything that we do here, you know? And someday we're going to be hitting, you know, hundreds or thousands of viewers at one time. But, you know, we're here right now with like the core group of people. A lot of the people in the voice chat have been here for, you know, Graybank, Devin, Hellraiser. A lot of these guys have just been here over and over again, but then ZDC is here in the voice chat. He just joined my server today. And basically the way that I'm out there recruiting is I'm on Twitter, just building relationships with people. I like to follow a lot of people because there's a lot of amazing people out there, and I don't really care about that number, so I just follow a shit ton of people, and I discover new artists all the time. And I'm like, I don't care how many followers they have either. If I think that somebody's dope, I like hit that follow, and I'm like, yo, I really like what you're doing.
That's really,
you know, after so many years, I just have all these people that I've come across that are just grinding and stuff like that. And, you know, there's an old saying that is something like, you know, during a gold rush, you want to be the one selling the shovel, not the one looking for gold. If you're the one selling the shovels, then you're going to be well off for sure. And I see all these artists, all these people on the there's all these artists that are like on the underground that don't have a platform, that don't have any way. Like, you have artists that are amazing that are discouraged every single time they want to create because they're like, well, nobody's going to see this, nobody's going to hear this, nobody's going to care. And I think that's the thing that I'm trying to
I post everything I make.
What's
I think
up, bro?
I said I post everything I make, so I think people being scared to post stuff is like, well, the internet is mean too, but you kind of have to get over that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That consistency, that's what's gonna put you up.
Yeah,
if you be consistent for years, you fucking got it.
Feed the algorithm.
Hellraiser, you've been listening to my beats for years, and I appreciate you for that, man. I mean, I have comments from like 2018 on beats that you said something nice on, so. It's crazy to have you still here in this year of 2023, bro.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, today is about positivity. I do it on Sunday. I do it at the end of the day. You know, it's kind of like a reset for the week. It's something that, you know, I'm trying to bring a lot of value to the community in as many different ways as I can. So right now we're playing through community music that's submitted onto into our Discord. So we have the Spooky Sunday voice channel that we're in right now, but we also have the Spooky Sunday text channel. And if you take a peek in there, you can see right away that there's like a bunch of submissions, different songs that people sent in. And the whole idea or goal behind that, as I mentioned earlier, is just to like help motivate and inspire people to write new music every single week. So like, oh, it's a new week, we're resetting, and now it's time for you to submit a new song that you make this week, so we will play it. It doesn't matter how good it is, and it kind of goes back to what Baredex is saying about just put it out there. Whatever it is that you're working on, it's so important to just put it out there, because even as a producer, 90% of producers, their favorite beat or their whatever they like the most themselves that they've created is the one that's most slept on anyway. It's always the stuff that they create that they don't really care about that ends up doing the best, I feel like. Do you have any experiences like that, Baredex?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's stuff that I made that I thought was amazing, and it didn't get any likes or retweets or anything. But then there's something I thought was trash that like gets a placement or something like that. So it's weird, kind of weird how that works.
But that speaks volumes to kind of what we're talking on, is just putting whatever out there, whatever you create. It doesn't have to be the greatest thing in the world, you know? Somebody may love it, you know? And if somebody else loves it, then that means other people are going to love it too. So I think that it's important to build a community, Vernon, where you are also giving back as much as you possibly can, and you're making that your community have like a lot of value, you know? I did see like something that you do in your Discord where you know, you put a bunch of different artists into a magazine.
Yeah, that's just something like, so there's actual output for us instead of just like, otherwise what is it? You just hang around having a good time. So, and print is dead.
We're gonna connect. You and I feel like you and I have a lot to talk about, and perhaps you could even be a guest on the show sometime. Because
Outside of your like the format for the Discord chat that you have right now, do you usually do it like in a different way, or is it usually like what are your episodes usually like?
No, they're exactly like this.
Okay.
Pretty much what we do is I try to find a new individual, a unique person to kind of spotlight, and we get to talking to them after we warm them up. You know, sometimes they're a little nervous, and we just gotta chill and let me talk too much. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, I forgot we're streaming on YouTube, and then it just gets easy. So we're just working our way through some community music that was submitted on the Discord. We have only a couple more songs. This one's by Ryan Hines. He's been a big supporter lately. I'm actually a little surprised he's not here right now. Is it? Are you guys able to see it? It says stream pause. Can you see it though? Oh, there we go. Now you should. There we go. We're good. By the way, I gotta say what's up to some people in the chat. Donald is here. Are you not in the voice chat, Donald? What's going on, bro?
Oh no, I command you to get in the voice chat.
Dev, appreciate it. My cousin Alex. Pull it up. What's going on, cuz? Hey, Dev, feel free to turn on your camera so we can see your cute face tonight, too. Donald lost his voice,
man.
bro.
I'm blushing, bro. I'm blushing over here.
Come on, man. You know I love you.
I know. I'm popping on. I got you.
By the way, guys, if you, I'm dropping new merch tonight. I've been promoting it all week. I have 3 new hoodies that I'm dropping. This is the 3rd one that I have not posted. This is the only hoodie that I've not posted on Twitter yet. It might be my favorite. I love them all. I can go and grab a couple if you guys wanted to see them a little closer, but check this out. Check us out, chat.
Ooh. Yeah, that's fire.
It looks so cozy.
Every one of them is going to be a little different. They're all a little unique. All 3 hoodies. 2 of them are acid washed and 1 is tie-dye. So I'm going to be dropping them on the website. You see the link down below, Spooky.land. That's going to be the store. After the stream, those are going to be active, and they're all limited. So, like, there's going to be, like, between 30 and 50 of each one available. And then after that, they may be gone forever. So I had to plug myself. I sponsor my own stream.
Produced.
What's up, Vernon?
How do you get your stuff produced? Like, how do you do just small quantities like that with, like, good quality?
Well, I ordered these blanks from different websites after doing some research and just finding different stuff. And then I drop them off at my screen printer shop in Minneapolis off of Larpenteur University. And then I go pick them up. Then I bring them back, take pictures, get them in the website. And yeah. I like to have them all here so that it's very cold. Vernon's actually here with me, so he can attest to that. But it's cool because it gives you a lot of different. It gives you different perspective. By the way, the artist that we're listening to right now.
What state is Minneapolis in?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Minnesota, Minneapolis. Okay.
Minneapolis, Minnesota. Mini, bro. It's so easy to remember. You don't know that, Baredex?
I knew it was somewhere up there, like
Mini.
Wyoming and shit.
Yeah, we're basically straight above. We're like straight up, dude. If you just went north, bro, and you kept going north, I'm like pretty much directly above you, almost.
Oh, okay, I see.
If you like tried to drive to Canada, I would stop you. I'd be like, "What's up, bro?"
I'd stop.
We could go play Yeah, we could play Pokemon Go at the Mall of America. There's so many stops, it's insane.
Oh, that's where the Mall of America is? Okay.
Yeah. This artist that we're listening to right here, by the way, is also from Minnesota. What's up, homie?
My homie just got on for Valorant, so I'm gonna watch his stream, but I'm gonna dip from DC. You'll have a good one.
All right, cool, man. You have a great night. Appreciate you. Baredex, have you done a lot of traveling in your life? I know that you battle certain physical conditions and stuff like that makes things pretty difficult for you.
Oh yeah, I mean I can't really at the moment I can't really go anywhere. But when I was younger, I'm half Filipino, so I went to the Philippines quite a few times.
Oh wow!
Then I've been to Vermont and shit. I went to Vermont, California. I lived in LA for a year and a half. Then I lived in Orlando for 2 years.
Really? I had no idea that you were half Filipino, to be totally honest. That's really cool.
Yeah, I look very racially ambiguous.
You've actually had... Very cool, though, to have that background, because that's super unique.
Yeah, it's fun.
to be able to go back to the Philippines, that's crazy. I was just watching a Survivor season in the Philippines, man. You ever watch that show?
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of crazy jungles and mountains and shit in the Philippines. Where my mom is from is like on top of a mountain, basically.
What?
It's pretty high up, yeah.
Was she born there?
Yeah, she was born in the Philippines. She was born in a place called like Balamban, but it's like that's on an island called Visayas in the Philippines, where she's from.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were younger, what is your first memory of like a video game? Because you are our first guest where I feel like we can talk a little bit more about video games than anybody else we really have before. You know, we talked a bit about the inspiration to your name, and you know, like all of your music. Like there's this ongoing kind of serious, not serious, where I tag Sega in a lot of your beats. Because to be totally honest, bro, like they really should hire you. It actually kind of surprises me that they have not, and I'm being so serious right now. You make such good music, and I don't like to say that you're just a producer, because to me personally, I think you're more of a composer than anybody that we've ever had on this show. Tell me what you think, but if I had to label you or describe you to somebody or to the chat, I would say this is a music composer, somebody that like doesn't make like loops or samples for beats, but somebody that's actually writing out damn near soundtracks.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a video game composer stuck in the producer community, as I guess is a good way of explaining it. But yeah, like I guess you would still, what I call is still loops by definition, I think, but they just sound like more like soundtracks, really, I would say.
If you guys check out my screen share, I'm gonna share some of the videos that Baredex put together for us. So you could talk a little bit about whatever comes to your mind with these, or if you have a certain favorite, just tell me and I'll click on it or whatever. But I would personally like to know kind of like what you did on each song or whatever. You know, like what was your influence, how it happened.
Well, I think you mentioned earlier, like what was my first memory of a video game. And I'm thinking, and I think my very first memory of a video game is like you know the flash. Oh,
I remember the Teen Titan one. That was
there was like an Ed, and Eddie like flash game on like CartoonNetwork.com or something like that, and like when I was like 3 years old or something like that. And I played that, and that was my very first video game experience. But there wasn't really any music in that, so there wasn't much music inspiration.
Ed and Eddie.
Yeah.
Them games are hard. That was way back.
And it was shitty internet, so it was like lagging the entire time.
Yeah, dial-up. Dial-up days.
Oh yeah, man, I remember all of that too well, bro.
The RuneScape days.
Doubt, bro.
Go to a different part of the map, it would like have to load for a minute or two before you be able to walk. You're just stuck there.
Yeah.
So this is this an instrumental right here? Slumped in the Cosmos?
Yeah, that's actually one of my most like viewed songs. It's like a house remix type song, I think. Yeah.
What's up, Ghost Girl? Thanks for joining the chat. Echoplex Twin, what's going on? Hope you guys are having an amazing spooky Sunday.
Oh yeah, this song is actually my friend Matt in like 2015, 2016. He released a song and then I remixed it into a house beat, and it's like one of my most viewed things on my SoundCloud.
That's really cool. I'm digging the vibe quite a bit. What are you thinking, Devin? How you feeling, bro?
Can you?
Yeah, I think it might close off like a minute ago. Like where he's unmuted.
Oh, did I kill it?
I think so.
Oh, you know what? It actually Discord gave out on me.
I wasn't sure if it was my phone or not. Now you want to interrupt?
No, it gave out on me actually. It kind of like kicked me out of Discord for a second.
Oh wow! I thought it was my phone.
We're breaking Discord because we're so cool, bro. We've had like small little issues on different episodes. One time we had a blue screen of death, dude, and it scared the crap out of me. I ended up deleting my whole computer and starting all over. I was like, I don't want that to ever happen again.
Blue screen of death? What is that?
That's when your computer turns off by itself and it says sorry, and it gives you a sad face, and it says sorry, we're turning off and we don't care what you think.
Is that like a PC thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I never had a PC. I've
You
always
operate
had Mac.
mostly on. Oh wow, that's interesting.
Mhm.
So what software have you been producing on then? Because it doesn't look like it's FL Studio.
No, it's not. Well, when I first started producing, I was using GarageBand, which was like a free thing that came with Macs. Or was it free? It was cheap, but it was like it's like
No, it's
Logic
free, I
Pro
believe.
Lite. Yeah, and then so now like it's I have Logic Pro now for like 7-8 years or something like that. It's like just a better version of GarageBand.
Yeah, GarageBand came on Macs.
GarageBand is great, and you can still do a lot of shit with GarageBand.
No doubt, man. I would highly encourage. Go ahead.
I was about to say, it's funny because it's the first like computer I play with GarageBand on is like the same like computer I played them Flash games on. He's talking about the Cartoon Network ones.
That's cool.
Yeah, dude. I remember Flash games used to be such a big deal on the internet. There used to be a website called what was that? Newgrounds? Vernon, you might remember that.
Newgrounds had a lot of stuff. It had videos too.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that was
That
was
stuff
crazy.
was cool.
Just a different time. So this one's called Starlust Never Gone. Baredex?
Yeah, that's another house remix that I made.
But you guys chat, like you could still hear like the influence of like I think of like almost like the old Sega arcade. Like this is almost like a Sega arcade. Like it might be a house remix, but it still sounds like you. It doesn't.
This one is like cyberpunk, I guess you would call it, or synthwave. This is synthwave. And I was thinking a different one. But yeah, this is a synthwave beat, like 80s action movie type shit, I guess.
Dude, the 80s are my years, bro. That's when I was born, bro.
How old are you?
35.
You're 30. Oh shit! I didn't realize you were 35.
They call me Grandpa Spook.
Nice. So you've been
But I
on
love
the planet
this.
for
I
a
love
fair
the
amount of
vibe.
time.
Oh man, I'm just blessed to have any days, bro. Like I've seen a lot of friends come and go, you know, and I think that age is a huge blessing.
Definitely, yeah.
Trash Boy says kind of Mega Man vibes. That's what I'm saying though. Like when you guys hear Baredex, like it's always like different. It's not typical. It's something like a little bit more rooted in that background of like almost an arcade, dude. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like 8-bit type shit.
Was that like a limit when you first started producing, like where you could only use like MIDI, or where you were like limited to the sounds that you had or something that kind of helped push you into the direction of like creating a sound that is kind of like a 8 or 16-bit?
I think I just played too many video games when I was a kid. Like I played like way too much Pokemon and I played a lot of Pokemon. I played like Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Crystal, Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon, like literally that's what I did for most of my childhood. So I think all the Pokemon 8-bit shit just like brained into my brain to the point where everything I make kind of sounds like it now.
I would say it's influenced by, but not sounds like. It's the easiest thing to say.
Yeah.
It sounds like something else, but you for sure are 100% a very unique writer too. Like we're only showing a little bit of like some of the things that you have. We are gonna plug your social medias and stuff like that, and make sure that people are able to find you on like Twitter and Instagram, because your Instagram is filled with a bunch of different clips and stuff that you could check out. By the way, Echoplex Twin said, "Hey yo, I just turned 31 today. Happy freaking birthday, bro! That means you and Brutal have the same birthday. That's crazy, man. Happy birthday, dude." Arcadio says it's such a good beat to bump to and play retro games. I'm just sitting here bopping my head, Dev. It is kind of like good feel-good music though too. Like I feel like your music isn't, it doesn't fall into which is interesting to me. It doesn't fall into that emo like scene where you kind of like live on Twitter. Like that's what makes you stand out so much, is like you're part of this in my opinion, especially the last we're speaking generally broad terms, 5 years on Twitter, you know?
Yeah.
Where, you know, there was like a huge resurgence, you know, with SoundCloud and, you know, the emo music and the fact that people were starting to mix like more punk vocals or emo vocals over rap beats. Like that was a huge kind of transition that I feel like you were kind of like active during.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, well, the stuff I make is definitely more upbeat, or it can be like construed as more upbeat, for sure. But I feel like when I give people the melodies and stuff like that, they generally do have that emo vibe where they're not really emo, but the lyrics are more like talking about their experiences in life and the bad experiences and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't like consider myself like really a lot of emo and stuff like that. That's some people, but I'm really just like send to everybody. Chatter. Hold on, my cat. I want people to be happy. I want people to feel every single emotion on top of my melodies or beats or whatever. Not just emo, for sure.
Brutal Toucan, appreciate you, bro. He just posted a link for Baredex beat page. So if you guys are, you know, writers or anybody that's into discovering new or trying to network, discovering new producers to work with, networking, Baredex is a pretty unique name also, chat, so he is pretty easy to find. I believe on Twitter it is just Baredex, right? Twitter.com/BAREDEX.
Everything. I mean, literally every social media, streaming, it's all Baredex. Even, oh, never mind, I was gonna say something. But yeah, everything for some reason, nobody else thought of that name for some reason. Oh, there is a Egyptian.
Because only you could think of that name, bro.
But there's actually an Arabic, I think, shipping company that's called Baredex, and they like sometimes I get like emails about packages and shit. So I think that exists out there somewhere. But other than that, I can't think of anything else. Yeah.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty. I always wondered if one day they get big enough, they're gonna hit me up and try to buy my username or something.
Like,
I wouldn't
your
sell
Twitter
it.
account, bro. Hell
Yeah.
no. But just to have them hit you up would be like a good feeling, you know?
Yeah.
I also feel like you're like a pretty outspoken person. Like I feel like you're not afraid to put yourself out there for who you are, like on Twitter especially, where I feel like Twitter is the most personable social media, because like you can literally tweet at somebody. You don't have to even be in their DM. You can tweet at somebody very casually,
exactly.
and there's a good chance that they're gonna see it or read it.
Yeah, Twitter is like the most visceral social media app. Like Instagram for me feels very like it's just there. You know what I mean? It's just in the background. But like on Twitter, you're in the moment. Like you're reading people's thoughts instantaneously. You're interacting with them as soon as they can post stuff and like that. I think Twitter's amazing, but it's also got some evil sides as well, because people can see your opinion and immediately judge you and hate you as well. You know what I mean?
No doubt, but I can't even think back. There was like times where like I don't remember exactly what happened, but you were quote unquote like beefing with like Internet Money Dude. What was it, Taz Taylor? Not really beefing, but
I actually really think that was stupid. That was just me being younger and dumber. I think like that was a couple years ago. And I mean I got a lot of attention out of it and engagement, but like I don't really want to be arguing and doing dramatic stuff like that again. Yeah.
No, but you weren't doing anything wrong, just for the record. Like we're not gonna like really dive too much into it, but in my opinion, from my perspective, you weren't really doing anything wrong.
No, I mean all I did was really
calling.
Oh yeah, let me like all I did was really I was like back in like 2 years ago, I would always attack industry producers and stuff like that, because I was like I blamed them for everything bad that happened to me. Like, oh, these industry producers, god damn it. So yeah, I mean like Taz Taylor is like obviously the most popular industry producer, I guess I can think of at the moment like that when I tweeted that. So he kind of got angry at me and started attacking me a little bit, and then I didn't back down. I was just like continuing to talk shit about them, and it turned into a whole thing. But I think that was dumb, and I shouldn't have done that.
But at this, and we've all made stupid decisions. I certainly have many times as well. And it's cool to see, you know, your perspectives change and to grow. I'm a big believer that if you don't change who you are, and, you know, and you stay the same person your whole life, then I don't trust you. That's just kind of my rule of life. Like, if you've thought a certain way for 40 years, I have a hard time trusting you because you're very stuck in your ways, you know, and you won't grow. And
I mean, yeah,
I just remember,
the world is constantly moving, everything's changing all the time. If you have the same mindset and you're living on Earth for the past 40 years, it's like you're just stuck in a certain time period, basically, is what you are.
Alright, who's better, Baredex or Internet Money? I would vote Baredex. I just, you know, would like to put that out there. That's hilarious, though.
I think there's a lot of
even though the beef.
Oh yeah, no
there
doubt,
are.
but that's just funny that you took them on. Just
Yeah,
it is kind of funny because
about shit. So that I find that hilarious.
Because at the end of that day, he was trying to make you look bad too, Baredex. It wasn't like a one-sided or anything. It was just, I think it was interesting because it was two different points of view, and neither of you were necessarily wrong. Because it is easy to feel like, you know, screwed over as like a smaller artist or a smaller producer.
It is,
but
for
at
sure.
the same time, it kind of like lights a fire under you. Like, it kind of makes you, you know, the underdog.
Yeah, I mean, that was really what was motivating me back then, is like getting back at the people who didn't like me. Because I had like anytime I would like send somebody melodies, like a lot of melodies, and they would never use them, I would get angry and be like, okay, I'm gonna get better than you just in spite or something like that, or I'm gonna work harder than you out of spite. And that was kind of what motivated me back then. It was just like, I just want to prove them wrong or something like that.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people go through stuff like that. I know I certainly have, where it's like, you know, if you don't support me now, I have like I'll have a thought like, well, don't come to, like, if you're not gonna pull up and watch Spooky Sunday right now, then don't come begging to be a guest, you know, on episode 100.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I do have thoughts like that where, but it is very difficult to try to like just remain like a positive person and a positive like figure, like whatever you're doing, you know, because at the end of the day, when you're out here, you are representing your brand, you're representing Baredex, you know, and if you're trying to build some sort of, you know, following, career, community, whatever, I mean, at the end of the day, your name is going to have certain things attached to it. If you know, whatever you go through in life, I guess is what I'm trying to say, you know?
Yeah, like recently, since my health has gotten worse, I've definitely been trying to be more positive and not get into any drama or anything like that, just so I don't fuck up my health or something like that. So that's one of the main reasons I kind of chilled out.
I would definitely say, you know, like, music is such an important tool for, you know, whatever anybody's going through, like, specifically, you know, anything mentally draining or like hard times. Anything that's hard, you know, I feel like music is always like this extra place that you can go where you're not really thinking about your problems as much. You know, when you're in the middle of making something beautiful, Baredex, don't you kind of feel like everything else just kind of disappears?
Yeah, I mean, that's like one of the main reasons I think I make music, is for the escapism and like forgetting about everything else, and so you can like focus in on one singular thing. Because like usually my brain is like a million things, like it's just too much stimuli and too many thoughts and ideas and stuff like that. But when you're making a melody, you're making a beat, you're like really honed in on it and being like, okay, I'm gonna write this counter melody, this drum pattern, this whatever. So you forget about everything else. That's escapism is a big part of that.
Echoplex asked some of your favorite producers. Who are some people that inspire you, or, you know, people that you look up to, or even not necessarily even right this moment, but just even in the past, or people that you were like, oh, I wanna go harder because I really like that what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many people. It's like, it's crazy. Like, there's the Geos, and that's a producer that I work with sometimes. He makes really cool beats. Bleach makes really cool beats. My friend Charlie, Apartment 9, I'm in the collective with him called Seraphim. He makes amazing beats. Jamie, the artist called Yao K. Her name's Jamie. She makes amazing music. And I mean, like, yeah, there's just millions of really fucking talented people out there. And I could probably spend an hour just listing all of the people I really love in their music and stuff like that.
I love to hear that though, man, because that just shows how important the community is to you. You know, you listed a bunch of people that probably nobody's really ever heard of, you know, in just general terms, you know, like unless you're connected in the underground, you know, you didn't name like Lex.
I didn't name many big
Luger
producers, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's easy to drop big names, but the fact that you're always, you know, you're like, oh, I could name 100 people that you've never heard of. That's kind of like my vibe, man. Like that's what I like too. That's kind of like the sauce to me, you know, like the slept on, the underrated, the people that are like really putting out some heat and you don't even know about it yet. And when you hear them, you're like, how do I not know about this? You know, there's artists all the time that I hear, guests on the show, like Devin, you could speak on Swain. Like, how is Swain not like a bigger artist? It's crazy, right? Like he is an absolute G. He's amazing. He's prolific. He's dropping bangers. It's almost shocking, but that's kind of like the game that we're playing, and it's just kind of fun in that way, don't you think, Dev?
Yeah, and it's crazy how it's like the best people are always the hidden gems, you know? Like I'm not gonna front though. The main reason I tuned in is because I was like, Baredex, I've really never heard that name. I'm trying to get put on to somebody new, and I'm here and I'm so far impressed. I love the work. I love the music. I love the first flip, the remix that we played. That was really dope.
Thank you.
So I'm definitely happy that I tuned in, and I followed you already on Twitter. So
appreciate that.
For itself.
Let's go, Hellraiser. I know for sure you were familiar with Baredex because when I posted on Twitter that he was our special guest, you were the first one to comment under that, bro. How long have you been listening to him?
I had to say, I probably first heard about him a couple years ago. When my last music project, I heard about him through somebody else, basically, and a couple years ago, off my last music project before I started focusing on producing. But every time I'm on Twitter and I see the fucking Baredex MIDI clip video, you know,
yes, it's so iconic, dude.
It's it's always just gas. I'm not gonna lie, I love that kind of style of shit, like synth shit, and it's crazy because I started on guitar and live instruments and shit, and now I mainly focus on producing shit that's in the ballpark of that. With trap, I love because I love trap, and I used to play drums in middle and high school and shit, so very iconic.
Did you do drumline?
Yeah
nice.
In middle and high school, fucking drums.
I was in percussion in high school myself.
I
wish I was in percussion. I kind of want to go back in time so I'm better at making drums.
Dude, I feel like that helps me. I feel like I got endless drum patterns because of that. And then lately, dude, I'm not even gonna lie, man. I've seen the MIDI clips and I'll be inspired to go hard off that shit and make some fucking dope synth. Then put some crazy ass fucking drums and out ass bass on it. Cause I grew up listening to a lot of trap shit too. I remember Waka Flocka Flame came out. I was just oh, this is insane. Oh my god.
Gotta give a shout out to Swain real quick for being in the chat, bro. Right after we were just talking him up, Dev. Look at he comes through like he could smell us talking about him, bro. He just pops up what up, guys?
Bro, I'm telling you, that man's a legend. That man is
He's a legend, bro.
Living, breathing legend.
Yeah, bro. He says what up, by the way, Dev. Baredex, if you ordered a pizza, you were starving, what would you put on your pizza? Somebody in the chat wanted to know. I think it may have been Donald. He's always coming out of left field with some crazy, wacky question.
That's a cool question. I would say a pizza, half is cheese, half is no, actually, a pizza half is sausage, then the other half is Canadian bacon or ham. I would say
You like a half and half, so you have two different pizzas in one pizza, bro. That's like a strat.
If I only get one pizza, I want to make sure I get a variety because I don't want to just eat
Absolutely.
It takes me a while to eat
I
things
agree
anyways.
100%.
I eat very slowly.
Yeah, I do not, bro. I just like inhale food for some reason. But I delivered pizza for like damn near 10 years, I think. So like I delivered Papa
Chinese
John's and
food.
Domino's and stuff.
I delivered Chinese food when I got out of high school. Yeah.
Nice. Delivering's kind of fun because you can just listen to music and stuff, like just kind of vibing around while you're working.
I used to get just blasted, just really stoned and deliver food.
I didn't think of you. I honestly, I didn't think of you as much of a stoner. Do you smoke still?
I smoke a little bit now, but I mean, back then, like when I got out of high school, I smoked just like as much as I could possibly smoke.
Swain says I might have to go into the Discord if Dev is in. Wow, Dev, you got pull here, bro. You're pulling the legendary Swain, bro.
That's the boy, bro.
I'm gonna grab my water real quick.
Yeah, go for it, bro. We're just listening to some Baredex vibing, guys. Like, he's got a unique sound. He's definitely. I haven't really had I'm just playing what he sent, but I would highly recommend you guys go onto Instagram and Twitter, and then go to the media tab on Twitter, and like go through and look at the stuff he posts because it is so different. I'm like the stuff that we're listening today even doesn't really do justice to the real reason that I think that he should be here as a unique artist, because like truly his music, a lot of the ones that he just kind of posts as like a snippet or something on Instagram or Twitter, it's like a composition, like the way that we started the stream today. If you guys were here at the very beginning of the stream, if not, you have to wait and go back and listen or rewatch it, but we were playing like a little clip, just like you would do at Baredex, like something you would just post. And I remember you had just posted it, and I said, dude, this is like a loading screen. It'll be perfect for what we want, dude, for Spooky Sunday.
Oh yeah, loading. A lot of my shit actually sounds like either like a loading screen for a video game, or maybe like elevator music, but slightly more like retro or something like that. Like jazzy, but not really jazzy. I mean, a lot of my stuff you can call jazz, but I don't technically know if it's jazz. But yeah, you can explain it that way.
It's difficult to really categorize like some of them because like it almost feels like sometimes the notes are like, you say jazz, and the reason I bring it up is because like sometimes it almost sounds like a note would be off, but it is not off. It's just a different weird chord.
Oh yeah, because
like
when I make chords, I always put way too many fucking notes, but in a good way. Like all my chords are like 4 or 5 notes or more. Like that.
I think that's what makes them really strong and very like just like deep too. Like you have all these different like layers and flavors, and it's just usually to me I just love the vibes. I can pull up before we end later. I can pull up your Twitter and we can we can peep a few of them just so people can kind of see what we're talking about.
Yeah, a lot of this.
Swain is in the chat.
I haven't posted on YouTube much, so a lot of the stuff that on my playlist is probably just gonna be like maybe half a year or older, I would say.
Okay.
What's
going on, Swain? Welcome.
Not much, man. I'm just watching a bit of the KC game.
Oh shit, how's that going?
It's tied right now, 13-13.
Oh my god.
KC started off hot.
You a sports fan, Baredex?
Not really, but football recently, yeah. I mean, I hope the Bengals win, to be honest.
The Minnesota Vikings had an amazing season this year, only to be disappointed.
Kirk Cousins did pretty well. They got in the playoffs and fucked up, but yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm mostly a basketball fan myself.
Okay.
I love basketball. Not really Swain knows.
Yeah, me too. Mainly basketball.
I basically say like if you put a basketball reference in a song, like I'll probably like already like it. You know, like it's already like locked in as a good song to me.
What's that one Greek dude that they always talk about?
Giannis?
Yeah. Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak.
Yeah, that's in a lot of lyrics.
Man. The NBA is in a different place right now because you have like the older guys kind of like towards the end of their careers, and then you have a bunch of new players right now that are all kind of like taking like the places of like the former superstars and stuff, you know.
Yeah, you can play basketball pretty long, right? Like, isn't LeBron like pretty old? Right?
LeBron's pushing 40, bro.
I think he's 38.
Yeah,
I think he's 38.
He needs to retire.
Yeah, if you take care of your body, you can play basketball and hockey pretty long. There's hockey players that are in their 40s as well.
Damn, that's crazy. I feel like when I'm 40, I'm gonna be like fucked up. Like I'm not even gonna be close to enough athletic.
Don't say that, bro. I'm only 5 years away, bro. Don't say it.
Oh no.
But no, if you take care of your body, for sure. That's yeah.
No doubt, man. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely one to definitely say something on it. Like your health has got to be like the number one thing that we should not be taken for granted. Am I right, bro?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I have like an entire missing organ. I don't have my colon anymore. Yeah, like your intestines.
Yeah, you've definitely had unique struggles that most people couldn't understand, and I feel like it's hard to it's difficult to live a life of like trying to think of a good word but like extra difficult than most people have, you know. I feel like health wise, just from what I know about you, you've lived a life that is definitely more difficult than most people's.
I would say in the health, yeah, but like I mean growing up and stuff like that, it wasn't bad until I got in like high school, and then I had something called ulcerative colitis and shit, so they had to take out my colon. Then my intestine was like hanging out into a bag for like a year and a half or something like that. It's pretty weird.
God damn,
and I got a reverse back. I got a J pouch, something called a J pouch now, where it's my small intestine like stretched out, and they reconfigure everything down there. But then recently, like I can't really go anywhere recently because I've been dealing with something called fistulas, which is like an infection in your intestine that like burrows out into the skin and shit. So I've been dealing with that. So I can't really like sit down, or I can't really sitting down hurts and stuff like that. So it's a lot of the day-to-day life is pretty annoying. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna speak for the whole spooky gang community and wish you know, well, bro. Like only the best vibes for you, bro. It's just nice to hear like you just saying like I'm just trying to stay positive no matter what I'm doing. I'm creating art as like this outlet to you know, to chase dreams and sometimes even to escape. But it's inspiring because I think that those things about you that make your journey unique and difficult, that is inspiring. Dude, you inspire me just by saying that, because like I have my own anxieties about my health and stuff like that, and at the end of the day, like I don't struggle with anything like that, and I need to be more grateful for things like that, and I think everybody else does too, you know. Like you even just not being able to sit down comfortably is like, people don't understand how hard that is.
Yeah, I mean like I'm standing right now, like I have to, if I sit down instead of, it's at like a really weird angle, and I can only do it for about like 10 or 15 minutes before it starts hurting.
So what other kind of stuff do you do for fun other than making music then? Like, do you have other hobbies? Gaming, I gotta assume?
Yeah, gaming, obviously. I've been playing Dark Souls recently, which is fucking, it's really frustrating, but I like it.
I feel like that's a game people either love or hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard as shit. But when you actually get something done in the game, it's very satisfying. So that's what I'm playing right now.
This is a really pretty beat that we're listening to right now. Can you guys hear it in the voice chat?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Turn it up for a second.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys
that
kind of
beat's
people
very
we're talking about.
Oh, that's a fucking GTA Vice City, right? The cover art? Yeah, no, GTA 3. That's GTA 3, I think, actually.
My first ever system that I ever owned personally was a Sega Genesis. And the first game I ever had for it was Sonic and Knuckles. It was my first video game that I ever personally had as a kid.
Have you played a Sonic Adventure? What's the name of that Sonic Adventure series? Right?
Is it the new one?
No, like the older one. No, it's
no.
the older one.
I pretty much only
it's
really
like, you can pick,
enjoyed the.
You can pick either Sonic. You can pick like Light Side and Dark Side. Which one was that called? The Sonic game? I thought it was like Sonic Adventure or something on the GameCube or around that.
I think there was a game.
Was it a GameCube game?
There was definitely a game on GameCube, yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's the only Sonic I know, so I was kind of related to that.
What was cool about the game that I had was it was a cartridge, right? Like the Sega Genesis cartridge, but it had a top that would flip open on the top of the cartridge, So the game was Sonic and Knuckles, but if you had like Sonic 2 or Sonic 3 or any Sonic game, you could plug the Sonic into the top of Sonic and Knuckles, and it would be like a dual. It would look like there was two games stacked onto each other. I'll send you a picture later too. If you look up Sonic and Knuckles for Sega Genesis, it had a, and you could play as Knuckles in Sonic 3. Like you could, it would be like a flex to your friends, like, dude, I got Sonic and Knuckles. We could play as Knuckles, and he could glide. So it was like kind of different, you know. It was like,
that's insane.
It was really cool.
I didn't even know that was a thing. That's a really cool feature that you wouldn't expect from an old console like that. When is Sega? What time period is that Sega Genesis?
That had to have been around 94, 95.
Okay, yeah. But that's cool.
But like those like my cousin is in the chat. he's like, yeah, I remember that. That cartridge was nuts. Dude, yeah, it was definitely it's been an interesting ride watching video games kind of change, you know, and I'm on a mission though, Baredex. I promise you, dude. We're gonna get you a job offer that you can consider from Sega, bro. One of these days, you will consider a job offer from them, because there's no damn way that they can't like have a dude like you on their team that makes the type of music that you make. Like, there's no way that they would regret it.
Yeah, it's just reaching them. I think like like being able to contact the people that actually, you know, want to, like, are like looking for people to work at Sega or whatever. I just don't know how to contact them. Is the main issue, I think. Because if they heard my music, I think they would like it. I think, yeah.
I'm so serious. I really believe that too. I truly believe that. That's why I tag their asses all the time. I'm like, you guys got to listen to this dude.
Maybe one day. Hopefully one day.
All it takes is one moment.
How would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, dude. All it takes is the right person, like you said. It's the right person to talk to, and that can be difficult, but it also gives you something to, you know, strive for, you know.
Definitely, I want that as a job. If I could be a video game composer as a job, I'd probably be like very happy in life.
That'd be so cool.
I would. Yeah. It would be a flex, because of all the producers that I've ever met, and I'm being dead serious, everybody I've ever met, you're the one person that I would really, really vouch for to go work for a game development company. You specifically, because you just have it. Like, you have it exactly what they need. And I really believe that it's coming. Like, I would love to see to play a game and to like literally be listening to Baredex music in the video game that I'm playing. Like, that would just be like so cool to me, just to have that flex where I'm like, oh dude, that's the homie Baredex, bro.
I made music for video games. I made music for like a little app called, it's like somebody hit me up on Instagram. It's not a big video game, it's like a really small one, but they hit me up on Instagram and they paid me to do a commission for a video game for them, and it's called like Froggy Dance or something like that. It's like I think it might be on the App Store, I'm not sure though.
That's really cool. I had no idea. We'll have to you'll have to send me the game or information on that so I could check it out.
Yeah, I can look at my Instagram DM.
It's kind of hard to find your own way, you know, in like the industry or whatever you're doing, like artistically. It's hard to kind of like stand out. It's hard to like find a place to fit in, you know?
It is. I mean, it's like once you get, towards like the underground, everybody's just kind of chilling, but like trying to get up there and like connect with people, it's like there's a barrier. You know what I mean? It's just really hard.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And that's why I wrote, like, in the kind of like the little promotion tweet, I said something along the lines of, you know, you've paved your own kind of path in like, and kind of just going back to what I was saying about being in an industry around like these rappers and singers and a lot of emo artists and stuff like that. You continue to just do you, and you just stuck around. It's not like you didn't fit in. It was just that you were different, you know, like you're just making different beats. You're just making different music.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I have it's a weird relationship where like everybody's making stuff like in this genre or this category or this, like for this type of art, like type beats or something like that. Very specific minded and stuff like that. And mine just kind of like hovering above like just being weird, and like sometimes it goes into a placement or like somebody collaborates with me or something like that. But I'm still kind of floating in my own lane a little bit. Because there's not really, I don't know how to explain my music. I just can't really think of an exact genre or anything.
I can't either, to be honest. That's why I think of you as a composer more than anything, you know, because you're just a writer. And you have these jazz influences, and you have like these 80s influences where I don't know where you got that, but it's
Blade
fire
Runner.
because I love the 80s. Really?
Blade Runner. Yeah, that's like some of my
Just
favorite.
watched the new one.
Like my favorite. Yeah, the new one's. I like the new one a lot. People were saying it's bad, but I like it. But yeah, the original Blade Runner, the music in that movie is like literally perfect. It's like, yeah, it's just. I love that vibe a lot, and I think that's probably a big influence as well. It's like 80s sci-fi shit.
That's got to be another something that you would probably have considered as writing like a music score even, or like I could hear you writing like piano music for animes, or you know, like I could hear your music over so much different things, you know.
I would love to do anything for an anime. It would be fucking crazy.
That would be insane. I would love to hear that.
Do you watch any animes?
Yeah, I do.
What have you been into lately?
Recently I haven't really watched any anime, but I was watching, like I finished all of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden and a lot of Boruto.
That's
recently.
long.
Maybe
That's long.
Yeah, I watched like fucking 1,000 episodes or something of just Naruto.
So good though.
Yeah, I loved it.
So good,
It
yeah.
was great.
Yeah, I used to run home from school every single day, get a tape ready in my TV, and try to record every Dragon Ball Z episode after school on Toonami. In the OG
Nice.
days.
I never got into Dragon Ball Z, unfortunately. I was never in that lane of anime.
It's kind of funny how like certain animes. It's funny how like certain animes are like just so different than others, you know. But people that don't understand anime kind of like to group them all together. They're like, oh, I don't like anime, and it's like, but bro, you haven't even seen really any different ones. You've seen maybe one or two or three, and you didn't like take the time to understand that, you know, there's different vibes, there's different art, there's different aesthetics.
It's like, I mean, it's just like any other genre of cinema. I mean, there's like sci-fi animes, and there's like more like slice of life animes, and then there's like shonen animes like Naruto and Black Clover and stuff like that. I mean, it's like, yeah, there's so many fucking genres. If you've only seen like one or two, you can't be like, this is what anime all looks like. It's a very extensive subject, you know?
Yeah, a lot of people recognize like because when I was a kid, I used to try to draw anime. You know, I would watch Dragon Ball Z. Vernon is actually a hell of an artist in the chat, by the way. Vernon is super insane with the pen, but I was really inspired by like anime, and like I just really tried to draw it as best as I can. And to this day, in my art right now, when I draw, like it's like part of like how my art looks in a way that's similar to how your music kind of has like is the influence by like that 8 or 16-bit sound, you know. It's just kind of like embedded into like the code of like how it kind of looks, you know, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's just who you are.
Yeah,
And,
art, like visual art, like drawing and like clothing and stuff like that, I think is really impressive. I think I can't do it for shit. Like I can't draw, I can't do anything visually like that looks cool.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people have like their own things that they're like their strengths, and they kind of neglect them, you know. Like a lot of people need to realize that they got to lean into whatever makes them who they are, I guess. You know, like that's your strength, because what makes you who you are is unique from what makes anybody else who they are. And to take the weird things about you and really go hard on them, that's what I look for, man. And that's why I really, again, I appreciate you being here and being part of the conversation today and giving us an opportunity to talk to you, to talk about you, to get to know you a little bit better, to talk about art and music and life and aspirations and dreams. You know, like talking about like, oh, I'm here, I want to be here. Like I'll say it all the time. Like I wanna have a large platform here. I want to have 100 episodes. You know, I have goals. I wanna drop merch that sells out immediately. You know, we're not there yet, but the journey is the real reward. You know, and
Indeed,
you've just been a unique presence. You've been a very unique presence in the underground, and anybody that's watching, if you guys haven't, please go and follow Baredex on Twitter and Instagram or whatever you like. I would highly recommend Twitter. I mean, I don't really go too hard on anything other than Twitter and obviously YouTube for the stream and for what I do on here, but It's just such a personal space, and to be able to connect with other artists or other people is just like so obtainable on Twitter. You know, I feel like it's been a huge.
I love Twitter. I love Twitter. I kind of hate it too.
What are you guys thinking? Yeah, I mean, there's always gonna be the. Yeah, absolutely. But like you're beating it though, Baredex, because you're putting out everything, and that's the hard part. That's the tricky part with whatever you're doing, is you're just putting it out there. You know, like, oh, this might not be the coolest drawing ever, but screw it, I'm gonna post it. You know, or whatever it is, it's like. Even if it's a short little snippet that you wrote, like the one that we played at the beginning of the stream, I think it was around 30 seconds, and we looped it to start the stream, and I thought it was cool because it just reminded me like of a loading screen. And
I feel like a lot of people, when they see my snippets, they kind of just loop it and put it in the background, maybe, because I get like a lot of. I think people like listen multiple times to my snippets.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
Sorrowbringer, a producer guest that we had on last week, he said that he, when he gets placements or something like that, a lot of times he's sending out beat packs and stuff to like just a bunch of people. Like basically just like I'm sending myself out to like as many people as I possibly can and just getting my name out there and pushing out to anybody that wants it. And if you want it too, just give me your email and I'll add you onto that list. Do you do anything like that? That kind of keeps the. You know, like I know you've sent me personally like loops and stuff like that, and I'm just wondering if there's like a way, because we've talked about this mentality where it's like, you know, you feel bad if people don't mess with your stuff, but maybe you know, having like a constant stream of just sending them more and more, like it will make it so that one day they just can't ignore it and they're like, oh, this is just too hot, you know, one of these is gonna hit.
That's what I used to do. That's what I used to do a lot. Maybe like a year ago, or like, I mean, for like like 4 or 5 years, I would just send out as many emails as possible. But I've kind of been neglecting that recently because I've been sending to like specific people more like instead of just spam sending emails all the time. Because I know people who will get me a placement or whatever, or like I know they have I have more opportunities with these people than just like spam emailing a shit ton of people. But yeah.
I wouldn't say spam emailing. What I mean to say specifically is people that would be like, hey, can I get on like people that would approach you and specifically ask you, hey, can you send me beat packs or loop packs whenever you drop them? Not you like hitting people up,
okay.
But like having a list of people like if I had my Discord here, right, and people are like, ooh, I kind of like what Baredex is doing. Like, is there any chance where I could say, hey guys, hit up Baredex and get onto like a list, and he might send you some stuff?
No, not really. What I've been doing recently is just selling melodies, really. If somebody hits me up for a melody, I'll be like, I'm selling a melody for $30 or $40 or something like that. And then that's actually how I make my living, really, mostly just melodies and melody packs. So that's, yeah. And that's why I post so many snippets, because I know like it. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's cool, man.
Doesn't Skullbringer do free beats on YouTube, or am I mistaken?
I think he does.
Yeah,
he does do like
free beats on YouTube for nonprofit, and then
there's just so many ways
that you do it, right, Baredex?
No,
that's why he sends out shit in mass. He's got the free for nonprofit beats, so you gotta send that everywhere.
Yeah.
That's I think Baredex and we're kind of similar in this way, Baredex, where it's like I don't really send stuff out to a lot of people either. I kind of just work with whoever I'm feeling with working with at that time or whatever.
If they're if they're big or like I think they sound really good, then yes, I'll send. I'll send, and they ask me, I'll definitely send them. Sure. But if it's somebody I don't know, then there's very low chance I would send you a melody. You know.
Because you sell them, and you wouldn't want to take away that value.
Yeah, but I mean, I've done shit where somebody with like a very small follower count like hits me up in DMs and like asks to collab, and I'll listen to them, and I'll be like, if I'm surprised by how good they are, like somebody who has a low follower count or whatever, or just has a low presence on the internet overall, but I hear them and they're like some dude from Croatia on a farm or some shit making fire, then I'll be happily sending them some shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, I think that it's Yeah, no doubt, man. I think as a producer or like an artist, we kind of talked about it another time where it's like sometimes all a really great producer is looking for is just a really dope artist to snap on all their stuff for them. You know, every once in a while you'll see like a duo.
Forever. Yeah.
And I mean that's really all you could ask for is just somebody to get on your music and to kill it and to make something that you both love a lot, you know?
Yeah, finding that one artist, like, I think every producer's dream, like you were just saying, is finding that one artist that they can really vibe with, like, because if you look at a lot of people, like, who have had success in music, like Drake and his producer he works with all the time, and like a lot of these artists have their main guy that they work with a lot, you know what I mean? And I want to I want to ride on the coattails of an artist who's like really talented, who will like, I'll be their main dude, I'll be like sending them beats and shit, and like, but it's just hard to find that, very hard to find that.
Yeah, but when you do it,
I wouldn't even say ride. Go ahead, Brutal.
You can go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, it's not even really riding the coattails, because if you're a producer, then you're writing, in my opinion, even more than half of the song, to be totally honest.
Yeah, I think what I meant with that is like, I want to be in the background. Like, I don't want to be the dude who's like flashy and shit like that. Yeah, I want to be like, I just want to make beats and like make little things on my laptop. That's all I really want to do in life.
You're a true producer, bro. Just leave me alone. Let me make my
spotlight
music
on somebody else.
Yeah, definitely.
Put the spot on somebody else, bro. But that's cool because you're a background guy, and and you're here though too. You know, we're here talking to you and getting to know you and your work a little bit better. And I think that it's cool to also get out there and just for people to have an opportunity to understand you a little bit better. You know, because I think that when you understand somebody or like their story or something, it gives you a little bit more empathy, and maybe even interest in like learning a little bit more about them. You know, like a meet and greet after a show. Yeah. Right now we are playing "I'll Be Okay."
This is a very old song.
I don't know.
Really like it.
That's a very old song I recorded when I was in college.
Really?
What is it called again?
I went to college in Florida, in Orlando.
What were you studying?
I was studying music. I have a degree, a bachelor's degree in music production, actually, from a university called Full Sail University. Yeah.
Oh, my cousin Alex, who was in the chat, went to Full Sail in Orlando, bro.
Oh, if I was there when they were there, I'd probably notice them.
Is it worth it or no? Like with the internet, since you know all that.
Yeah, I think if what you want to do in life is music, then you should go to a school that teaches music, right?
You think it's definitely
Alex
worth
said
it?
he was there for commuter.
So you could do that
my cousin,
instead of learning off the internet.
You can do either way. You can like, there's no reason to say that anybody who doesn't go to college for music isn't gonna get famous or off of music or like do really good music, because there's so many people in music who've never had any musical education whatsoever, anyways. So I don't think it really matters. But I mean, I just knew that I wanted to do music in life, so I thought the easiest route to that would be to learn it via college. Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin was at Full Sail 2009 to 2011.
Oh yeah, I wasn't there like 2017 and 2019.
So like 10 years later. So
Yeah,
did you
so
actually learn about like different music, or was it all production based? Like you didn't learn any music theory really, did you? It was more about like the actual getting it onto the computer and type thing? Software focus?
They taught the music theory, but I mean I already knew music theory and stuff like that, so the main thing I got out of it was like the business side and like mix it. Like I know how to like use hardware and shit like that. Like they teach that how to mix. I had to learn a lot of Pro Tools, which I didn't like. That kind of sucked, but yeah. So like, but that's the thing that all studios use to record. Like all the big studios, they use Pro Tools to record their artists. So if I needed to, I could record somebody in a bigger studio. But I don't really like recording. I like making beats. That's the part I like. Yeah.
You're not as much of an engineer as you are a producer.
Exactly, but I can mix stuff. I mean, like, I don't go too into it. Like, I'm not like one of these mixing scientists who's like talking about compression, multi-band compression, some Inception type shit. But yeah.
What I say about mixing is if it sounds good, it's done, and if it's 90% good, then it's done. Most people realistically cannot hear the difference between your 90% mixed and 100% mixed song.
Yeah, they can't. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. Honestly,
most people do not care. Yeah, so it's kind of funny because a lot of times people get like bottled down by the details, you know.
Yeah, I'm I just vomit out content is the way I'm brute forcing it, basically just posting a shit ton of snippets every day.
Well, let's pull some of those up actually, because we've listened to a bunch of the songs on the playlist, and if you guys want to hear more of these, by the way, you are welcome to. Just go over to the Spooky Sunday channel, the text channel, guys. I posted a link to that, so you guys can check it out. But I'm gonna pull up. I have your Twitter pulled up right here. You guys can see. So like we're just gonna go over to your media tab real quick and just check out a couple like little things, because like it's really cool. This is what I kind of like think of when I see when I see something like this. By the way, am I sharing it, guys? Yeah, okay. You guys can see it in the voice chat, Dylan?
Yep.
Yes, sir. Okay. So this is like what I'm used to seeing.
There's a trademark right there.
That Logic piano beat.
Yeah, it's just a lot of short clips like that. That's a cool video game jazz thing.
So cool.
The water level right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Somebody tag Sega the stream. Dude, I'll tag them in the description.
Yeah, literally.
I'm not gonna leave them alone.
Yeah, so many of my melodies
guys.
can be like in an underwater theme, like an underwater level in a video game. A lot of my stuff sounds like.
I'm digging this.
But this is what like I've come to when I see something like when I see this, I think Baredex. When I think Baredex, I think this. Like this is how I kind of know you, bro. It's just
Trademark.
It's just that video game style, kind of a retro, vintage, and then like these loops get sent to different producers and they go into different collabs, and then all of a sudden you're hearing them with 808s and trap drums on them and stuff, and it's like
It works.
you've
I
just
mean, like,
really,
yeah.
you've definitely just
Or
kind of
let's make
like
this a
built
house
your
beat.
own like.
Can you play Halo? Or do you know Halo?
Absolutely, I know.
Okay, the Anna Vox in that house beat is from Miranda Keys saying Cortana.
Yo,
That's sick.
that's actually really cool.
I love how nerdy you are too, by the way, bro.
Thank you. I love Halo's my favorite video game series of all time. It's Halo.
Yeah, I saw you tweet the other day.
Oh.
You said you're looking for someone to fucking 100% the legendary mode.
Yeah, there's something called Lasso in Halo where you have all the skulls on, and it's like basically impossible. But you can, if you have enough people, you can do it.
This is only like 5 days ago, guys. Like this is what I'm talking about though. The consistency here, where you're dropping Baredex, like just new stuff all the time, and you're finding creative little ways to kind of.
Oh my bad. What were you saying?
No, I was just saying you find creative ways to just visually show like what you're doing too. You know.
Oh yeah, I put the little video in the background. Like this one is actually like specific because that's the underwater level in Donkey Kong Country, and I also sampled it.
I'm gonna be dead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be dead serious. I knew that when I heard it, and that's one of my favorite like video game compositions in like history. It's so beautiful, and it like feels sad, and it's so beautiful, dude.
David Wise.
The way you remixed it.
He's the composer of that. David Wise is.
Oh wow.
He made a lot of music in that game. His name. Yeah, and he made the most beautiful like video game. That guy's a big inspiration to me, David Wise. If you want to look him up later or something like that.
Dex, when you superimpose a video onto it, like is that a VST running in the background, or are you editing the video onto it?
No, yeah. Most see like right now that's playing. There's no video. That's what it looks like to me when I make it, and then in iMovie I just put a filter on, and yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I was just curious.
This is
I
what
know
we
some
ended up
people
using.
With, FL Studio have a VST that like will run a video in the background.
Yeah, there is actually something in FL Studio that does that. It's pretty crazy. I don't know how they do it, but yeah, you can. FL Studio has a bunch of cool like skins and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, it's probably the most visually stimulating VST.
Yeah.
All right, guys, put some fire in the chat right now for today's special guest, Baredex. Right now, everybody, put some fire in that chat for our special guest, dude. We want to show you some love, man. I appreciate you for being here.
No problem. This is fun as fuck, just talking, like hanging out and stuff like that.
Trying to go for like a really natural, good vibe, you know, and also kind of talk a little bit about what you're doing, you know. Roshi putting some fire in the chat. Brutal with some fire hearts in the chat. Swain with some fire in the chat. Dev, appreciate you boys. Moon, fire in the chat. Trash Boy, fire in the chat. Man, I appreciate everybody for pulling up, being part of Spooky Sunday, episode number 13. Special guest Baredex. I mean, this is a talented individual. I've been following for a number of years now. I think that your journey is inspirational, bro. Like the fact that you go through so much physically taxing things, and to continue to use music as an outlet, and to share your dreams with us about perhaps one day, you know, making music for animes or video games. Dude, we're manifesting, dude.
Yeah, we're visualizing the future.
Lucky number 13.
I was born on March 13th.
Really?
Awesome. Yeah.
And episode 13, let's go, man. Sick though, right, Brutal?
Yeah, I'm actually really digging this one.
They're all really vibey. Some of them you could say you could smoke to, even, you know. They just got a sound to them, you know.
I've taken many walks.
Beat you to it.
Just like fucking listening to a Baredex loop, just smoking weed, walking down the street. Fucking
That makes me so happy hearing that. Actually, that's
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you, Hellraiser, for throwing some fire in the chat for our boy Baredex.
I had to find it on the computer. I had to find the fire emoji.
If you guys are interested in obtaining these loops, contact Baredex. I mean, you're the type of person that responds to a DM or a message. Am I right?
I respond to. I'm like OCD about it. I respond to every single DM pretty much.
There you go, guys. So if you're interested in copping a loop, you know, check out the. You're on Track Train, right?
Yeah, I'm on everything. Track Train, BeatStars. But I don't really use BeatStars a lot, mostly Track Train, yeah. This one's spacey, this is very like...
Oh, this is crazy, bro. This is really good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Really good. It's like... There's nothing like it. To me.
You could not recreate it.
I just like I'll hear something.
I could hear you.
Dylan, I will hear something like if I heard this, I would be like, "Is that Baredex?" Like I would almost know immediately. You know.
There are people who DM me
That's
like
crazy.
if I get like some of the placements that I've gotten, I didn't know about until somebody messaged me saying like, "Oh, is this you?" Because they would like recognize me in the song. Be like, "Oh shit, I didn't realize I had a song with that person."
Exactly, it could not
That
be
was
recreated. The vibe.
Cannot, bro.
That was lit.
While we're chilling, listening to a few of these, you guys are welcome to, you know, say something, say what up to Baredex, you know, ask him whatever you want.
Indeed.
And if you ask me,
He's
I
here
think
for a little while.
If you listen to something and you say, that doesn't make sense, how did they do that? That's like the best kind. And that's why I think when I listen to stuff like this, like, wow, how did he do that? How do you even do that?
Oh, this is 80s type beat.
Oh yeah. I remember this one.
That clap snare.
Yeah, it's so.
Oh yeah. That's like
That snare is the 80s part about it.
Yeah, for
Yeah, I
real.
love
It's
the
like that classic.
It's like a Michael Jackson
noise
snare.
gated reverb.
Yeah.
Got the
I feel
glasses
like
on.
you and Michael Jackson could have went hard together, bro.
Oh, yeah, that would have been crazy. If I was born in that time period and I met him, I think we would vibe for sure.
No doubt, bro. He would have been in the studio like, all right, Baredex, do this, do that. That sounds fire, bro.
Oh god.
Because he did really have like similar sounds to this, you know? You guys, I'm being dead serious. Like, Mike, he really did have like a vibe like this. Like, I'm not gonna go play the song because it'll get a copyright strike, but it's called like Liberian Girl or something like that.
Liberian Girl is
It's just that
such a
vibe.
fucking good song.
It really is, and it's got. Am I wrong though? Does it have like that similar?
It does.
Well, that's the piano, I think. The electric piano I used in that beat is very 80s.
Yeah.
I think that's literally what easy piano.
Yeah, and that's in the song too that Swain and I are talking about. It's very similar.
I've never heard it. I'll have to go listen.
It's a beautiful song. You really should. I recommend it to
Old
everybody
classic, very.
Bet.
Yeah,
Hello,
me too.
Mr. Swain.
I love Michael Jackson.
Here.
This one's more trap.
Hey, you gotta love the versatility though.
No doubt, bro. I mean, that's what I'm saying. And look, we're still in January. Everything we've heard has come out this month.
Oh my god.
So many melodies, it's ridiculous.
You're an animal. This is just
This
crazy.
is pretty.
You
this is
couldn't
pretty,
even
guys.
keep up with all of it.
I'm like, if I don't make a melody in a day, I feel like existential dread. Like I feel like the world is like impending doom or something like that. I don't know why. So it's kind of anxiety.
Something's
filled
missing.
If I don't make a melody.
You know, I think that's like a blessing though, really, you know, having that feeling of like needing to drop something.
Yeah, definitely. It's really good to just post. I don't know. Some people never post anything they make, and I never really understood that because it's just sitting on your laptop doing nothing. I have like this feeling if I have something I made and it's sitting there on my laptop and nobody's heard it, it feels weird to me. It feels like everything I make somebody should hear and like find like if it makes them feel good, that's awesome. Yeah.
I love that about you.
That's tough, because that's what I do. I just have so much stuff that I've made that I haven't put out or sent. Like I have opens, Swain, I have your open. I haven't sent you yet. I just don't feel like it.
Well, you should put it out. I think you should definitely put stuff out, just to like have it out in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, load it.
It's almost too sad to leave something on a hard drive. You know, it's almost sad to leave something on a hard drive that you created. Because like we said at the very beginning of the stream, like the stuff that you love, I gotta fix it for you guys. The stuff that you make that you love is probably gonna get slept on anyway. And the stuff that you didn't think was that great is probably gonna get bought by the person that's like, you know, like I want to cop that.
Yeah.
Plus, there's no such thing as a finished song either. So like things that most producers get caught up on, it's like if you feel like there's a good idea there's probably a reason to share it with someone, and you can get more ideas from there. Just fucking keep rolling.
I got you.
This one sounds like a robot. Sounds like a robot cyberpunk type shit.
Ah, yes, human music.
Yeah, if an alien tried to make a beat or something, maybe it might sound good. So.
It's got kind of like, but listen a little deeper. There's like certain notes in it.
Yeah, the different layers.
Turn it up.
That's just heat.
Yeah. Like listen.
I always added melodies to my shit. Like I have like a melody, a counter melody, chords, like a harmony that's harmonizing with the melody. I sometimes maybe add too much, but I like it.
There's never too much or too little.
Yeah, just whatever you're feeling.
I don't know, man. I just think it's like video game music, bro. Like I would love to hear this while I'm chilling, like chopping down some like, you know, while I'm out there adventuring, bro. I'll listen to this all day. You know?
Send that one to Yeet.
I have a song with Yeet that's probably never gonna come out, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Rushmore. You can probably just find it on YouTube. Because
Wait,
people
you
have
got
like
a
taken
song with
snippets.
it, you said?
I have some, yeah. He has a song he finished with me. He used my melody, and I made it with this producer called Synthetic. But he makes so much shit he never releases. So he has a ton of snippets that he just doesn't ever. I think maybe because his label doesn't want him releasing too much music.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that works.
Okay, word.
But I have something with him. Yeah,
That's cool.
A thing that exists on the internet with him.
That's sick. He was my favorite artist last year.
He's good. He's great. I love you.
It was just explosive when he came out.
Oh yeah, his come up was like the biggest come up of anybody I can think of in the past like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, fucking crazy.
Man, I read an article about how he has more streams than Adele, and people are like, "Oh, it doesn't count because it's 2-minute songs."
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get that, but that's just how music is now. It's not. There's not like 4-minute songs anymore.
Yeah, I think they're too long now. I think it's like 2 and some change to like 3 minutes is like perfect for a song. You do not need past 3 minutes.
Yeah, unless you're doing like a lot of songs, they used to have like bridges and like they would have like extra parts of the song. But now everything is like one bass, like one loop or something like that. And you just loop it, and that's what it is a lot of times. Which I like. I like that a lot.
Alright, you could just take a couple main ones and then like trying to think of it. I was thinking about it today. You just drop, you know, them off at certain points. You could do a lot with a little.
I mean,
I'm excited.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Donald says this one is hard. By the way, I'm excited for your future,
Oh, thank you.
Baredex, because I think that great things are coming your way, bro. I think that you work so hard that it's only a matter of time before Sega offers you a deal that you may even turn down and ask for double. Because like you're just like that hard of a worker. Like, bro, imagine you guys. It's like, do you want to hire the guy that drops new music every single day? Yes. You should probably even consider paying him double.
I would, dude. I would work
That's
with
what
them
you
for.
need.
I would pay them money to work
Don't
with
say
them.
it.
Jesus,
Don't say it, bro. We got to hold the bargaining chips here. Sega, it's gonna cost you big bucks, and it's gonna be worth it. All right. Good things. Good things. But yeah, guys, we're gonna. They almost don't deserve you because they've been sleeping, but we're gonna wake them up, bro.
Let's do it.
We're gonna wrap. I think we're gonna wrap it up.
I can't hear
your mic cut off.
Yeah, you.
Uh-oh.
Can't hear you, big dog. I don't know about YouTube.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Oh, Discord was just being weird for some reason. I didn't even do anything. But yeah, we're gonna wrap things up. We've been streaming for a couple hours, so if anybody in the voice chat wants to contribute or ask anything to Baredex, I'm gonna hand it over to you guys. Last thing I'm gonna say is before we wrap things up and I hand things over to the voice chat is make sure you guys go check out Baredex, follow him on Twitter. He's a super dope dude, and yeah, you guys go ahead and pick his brain for a second.
You gotta message or email Yeet and tell him drop that snippet because that shit hard. Just saying.
Maybe we all should.
Yeah, but I feel like I always feel like whenever a big artist or something hits me up, I kind of get scared to DM them. I'm like, I don't want to bother them. You know what I mean?
Did he hit you up? Did I miss that?
He DM'd me on Instagram after seeing one of my TikToks and asked me to send the melody to his main producer, Synthetic.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah, if you look
Congrats,
it up,
bro.
just look up
That's
his
sick.
Baredex and Yeet on YouTube, and the snippet's crazy, yo. Like I just listened to it; it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's called Rushmore, the song.
Yeah.
Yes. Hold up.
I think you spelled Yeet wrong. Is that 2 E's?
It's YEAT. If I think
right there, Yeet Rushmore.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, sorry guys. I was looking for the volume.
I'm trying to listen to it. It's not playing.
I can't turn it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally just he did an Instagram live and showed it one time, and people screen recorded it and put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
What the heck? That's legendary, bro. That is sick too. That sounds really good too.
Thank you. Yeah, everybody likes it. I mean, everybody like a lot of his unreleased stuff is really good. I don't know why he really doesn't release it.
Michael, what's up, bro? Wearing the Spooky Gang beanie, just pulling up at the very, very end. What's going on, homie?
I have been sitting in here. I just didn't realize I had my name set as my gaming shit. But yeah, what's up?
Yeah, welcome, man. Appreciate you for being here.
The hoodie's jumping soon.
Yeah, I'm dropping 3 new hoodies, guys. I'm gonna make them active after I end this stream. I'm just gonna say screw it, whatever. Put them out there. I got 3 new hoodies. This is one of them I'm wearing.
Ooh. Hey. Worldwide, baby. Worldwide web.
And look at that. It's a ghost from my past. Do you remember me, my friend?
Yes, I do, sir.
All right.
I wish you no hard feelings at all. By the way.
Oh, we're good, bro. We're good. I still got love for you, bro.
You too.
It's all good.
You too, bro. For real.
Baredex, is there anything that you'd like to end with? Is there anything that you'd like to plug or say before we wrap things up tonight, my friend?
Yeah, just look up Baredex on Google or YouTube or whatever. You'll probably find me. And just happy to talk with you guys and everything and hang out. It's pretty fun.
Baredex, you're a fucking goat. I know you inspire the fuck out of a ton of people in this community. So
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
You inspired me to create this episode, and I'm happy to have you as an OG member and a forever family member of the Spooky Sunday cast. I have a Spotify playlist that has artists that have been on the show. I'm gonna add a song to it. I'm not sure which one yet, but I'm gonna have to figure out a song that's on Spotify that you produced and add it to that playlist too. So I'm gonna pick like my favorite one or whatever. Maybe you can give me some leads on that, because you really do have a lot of music. You probably don't even know all the music that you've produced that's out there.
No, there's definitely stuff that I sent out that I haven't even heard yet.
Crazy. Producer life is crazy. So, all right, man, we're going to wrap it up. I love you, bro. I hope that you have an amazing year. I'm going to keep following you like I have for the last few. And I'm wishing you amazing things, great health, and great success, dude.
Thank you. Namaste.
Everybody in the chat, thank you guys for watching Spooky Sunday. This is episode number 13. I appreciate every single one of you guys for pulling up, being part of the conversation, showing love to our special guest, and just kind of being part of this community. If you guys are making any new music this week, please drop it in the community art, if you want it played on Spooky Sunday, put it in the Spooky Sunday channel. If you're just low key and you want us to just check out whatever art you're working on, it could be anything at all, post it in the community art section. It's a really good spot to just put something out. There's going to be eyes on it. The Discord's growing every day. So otherwise, I will see you guys all next week. Love you guys all and appreciate you. Bye, Baredex.
Bye.